Welcome back to Crafty Kobold. We are working on a pirate costume for Star Wars. So one of the first things that I wanted to make is a hat, because pirate hats are some of my favorite things. I love wearing tricorns for reenactment, nerf, or even just part of a punk outfit when I go out to the store. So first I had to decide what I wanted to do, because this is my leather one for Ren fairs, reenacting and piratey things that are not space. Traditionally they have a cockade on one side, and a lot of people have a feather coming out that's on the left side of the hat. So I wanted to incorporate that into a space pirate hat. So what I did is, I originally had a cheap costume store hat that I was wearing for a bit before I could afford a nice leather one. So I wanted to give that one some new life. And here it is after I did some crafting. So let's take a look at how I turned a old, boring Halloween store hat into a space pirate hat. The first thing I did is I went in and did a acrylic medium coat to kind of take down the sheen of the old fabric and help it look like it's not fabric. It's a lot more apparent on in person than it was on screen, but I don't know how to explain it because it didn't change much, but something with the acrylic medium on there tells your mind that it's not quite just a fabric. After that, one of my girlfriends did a hand stitching for me because I have trouble with my nerve damage for hand stitching. She helped with tacking down this brim here because it was loose and you could see the edges real bad. She also put on this red tassel for the brim because I wanted a splash of color for the character, because pirates, they do what they want. They can be flamboyant and loud with their outfits, but I don't want to go too loud because it still needs to fit in this kind of Star Wars aesthetic. So after the tassel trim was on there, I added a 1/4 inch black plastic corrugated cable conduit around the edge. That was a pain in the butt to get on, and boy, it took a while. After it was on there, I sanded it down, gave it a silver acrylic paint on the outer edges, and once that was done, I also went in and did a brown sponging effect with some other acrylic to kind of give it a rusted look, so it's not just silver. That way it's not super clean looking. We had also done some button snaps that I added. The original hat had just had little Velcro patches. So I did that. Looks way better, holds up better, and adds a little bit of that just shiny hardware on all three sides. Kind of little visual interest there. On the right hand side, usually there's nothing on that side of a tricorn, but I wanted to have more of a functional look like my character had changed the hat to fit some needs over the time. So I made, with some pleather scrap, we glued together a little pocket square. The sewing machine did not like this material, which is why we had to end up gluing stuff. My girlfriend helped stitch that down for me, and inside the two little pockets are stolen code cylinders from some Imperials. In the movies, these were made with chalk holders and I think old Russian decimeter pins, but chalk holders are the easier thing for me to get, so I used those. I would love some decimeter pins, but those would probably end up in my military surplus, historical artifact collection instead of a costume. So these, I just have I think it was 3/8 wooden dowel shoved in there instead of chalk. I painted one end black, one end silver, so I can just decide which side I think looks the best for sticking out the bottom, even though that's inside the pocket so we don't see it. Then I just painted the top plastic button piece where you push on it. And I did that as the turquoise to get the little splash of turquoise that I like my pirates to have, because my Ren Fair pirate, the primary accent color is turquoise, but for this one I'm going with more red for the accent. And then on the left hand side, instead of a cockade, I made a kind of the Greeble badge, I guess, personal transponder or comlink thing. I don't know if the EU decided on what these were exactly, but they're very common on rebel outfits these days, and this was so much fun to make. There's a whole nother video on that that's going to come out, if it's not already. But this one's on a magnetic badge backing, so I can actually take it off and put it on vests and other jackets and stuff, so that I can reuse that for other outfits and not just have it stuck on the pirate hat. And instead of a feather, I wanted an antenna. So that was probably the more complicated part to make. I had to carve a block of wood that would fit it in. I had to figure out what I was using for a hinge that would work, because I wanted it to fold down when I'm indoors so I don't hit the antenna on anything above my head. So I had a bunch of pre-cut foam pieces because I didn't want to slow down recording, because these crafts are starting to get long and a lot to edit. So we pre-cut a bunch of foam parts and started gluing them together. And that did really speed up the process and let me do some crafting off screen, so I wasn't having to worry so much about the recording part. It went together pretty easily. Just a couple of little problems, but those are easily fixed with some adjustments, and I had left extra space for that. The first bit of painting after a Mod Podge sealant was silver paint. Did a couple of coats of that, sponge those on to kind of avoid the brush streaking. And you gotta remember to always trust the process, because even when you're building Lego, you'll notice that maybe this isn't gonna work out, maybe it's gonna look terrible. And as you keep going, adding more detail, adding more color, adjusting shapes here and there, it really starts to come together. And I think yes, right here I was making use of some creases that opened up between the glued layers because they didn't quite glue flush, but I just made that and incorporated it with some of the black wash. And it really started to come together right here. I was using a rust effect paint from Army Painter to highlight some little corners and edges, maybe where some moisture would start pooling. And I think that's when it really started to pop and be like, okay, it's not gonna look too bad. I still wish I could have smoothed out. That is a loud motorcycle going by. Jeez. Sorry about that. Yeah, I wish I could have still smoothed out some of the layers on the top and the end piece. But that's really not part of the outfit that anyone's gonna get to see while I'm wearing it. So, not too bad. The rust effect paint is really fun to use. It's great on miniatures. But it really started to pull together the look of it right here. Yeah. But I love how this turned out. It is a little rough on the inside, but that is hidden behind the cocked side of the hat. So this is on an actual radio antenna, so it's just got a little hinge in there, and then it's got foam around it, another bit of that wooden dowel for a larger antenna piece, and then I can extend the actual radio antenna so it sticks out further. And I love how that turned out. That was fun. I have a whole pack of these antennas now, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them. We might end up using them on some droid builds or something. But yeah, that's the first part of a Star Wars pirate outfit that I'm working on. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm glad that I could give life to an old hat that I really wasn't going to use otherwise. And if I end up really enjoying this character, which I'm sure I will, I will probably revisit the hat later, and I'll actually make like a real leather one to look and have the same feel, and probably get a better antenna, because this was just like a quick mock-up. I was trying to keep the cost low, so I was using materials that I already had on hand or could get for like a few cents or $1 at a craft store. But for what I was using, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm so excited to get this costume going. It is the costume that my Kobold character is shown in some of the channel art already, so that'll give you an idea of what the whole outfit is going to be looking like. So next, I am probably going to work on a blaster and some of the soft kit, so like the clothes. I'm trying to get a basic costume done in time for May 22nd, when the Mandalorian and Grogu movie comes out, because I love cosplaying to the theater. And that movie is also on my birthday, so I'm really hoping to just be able to go out, cosplay, and see a new movie, and have a good time. Thanks for watching. We'll do some more cosplay stuff soon. Be sure to subscribe if you love droids and pirates as much as I do. I have so much pirate stuff. I got pirate miniatures, I got clothes, I got pirate games. Pirates are great. So thank you, and I will see you in the next craft.